Hello, hello. I'm just doing some crocheting today. Yes. Anybody wants it? Let's see, I got. Just want to make sure I have the things that are listed. I do. Somewhere. Okay. Been just here to just hang out and chat and. Hello, how are you? Just working on some crochet things for a little bit. Hope you're doing good today. Hope your weekend was good. So funny. Sometimes this pink looks like purple, or maybe it was just my eyes. Got like a different hue in there, but this is older yarn. Okay, and I had a small amount of yarn, so I wanted to see if I had enough to make something here. I worked on this yesterday. Let me move this little ball out of the way. So instead of just one of these koozies, I have two, so I have to sew this together, and I think I already did on the other one. I think it's in the other room. I finished the purple one I was working on. My video is delaying a little bit, but still moving, so I didn't get to finish this one, so I'm just working on it now. I don't think I have enough to make like a set like I was working, or I was talking about earlier, so I'm working on, I started working also today on this, a blue color of the keychain, and you can purchase this as a combo. So the Wi-Fi kind of disconnects the video, but I'm still going to try to connect my let me see. I think it's still connected, so I'm just going to pop it in. Okay. Maybe it won't do it as much. Okay. A little delayed. That's all right. Hello. I hope you have been having a good weekend, or if it's a work day, I hope you had a good day. Some people work on the weekends, so just working on finishing some things. also going to look at how all these little haven't decided what to do with these yet. There's a piece of tape on this. Since it's such a smaller amount, I might make some leaves out of this green. Maybe for the pumpkins or the koozies. I think I used this. Oh no, that was a different yarn. Put some light green leaves on these little koozies. Hello. Hope you're having a good night. Let me check. Here's something. Okay, so that's working good. Right? Just checking on other things here in a second. If you have any questions or just want to chat about crafting, this is where we hang out. I was just checking my YouTube because I multi-stream from Whatnot and YouTube, so then to kind of keep my shows or conversations and lately a lot of people or things have changed with followers sometimes, with people watching online on Whatnot. Whatnot is a, what does it say? This is a website that you can purchase things through auction. So a lot of resellers and new handmade groups have been joining to sell their items, handmade items, and of course it's always difficult with the time frame to make something custom, in a certain color, and if somebody wanted something in a certain size, with larger items it's difficult to make something really quickly and sell it. So for the past year or two, I've been making small things, keychains. I got koozies. I think I'm gonna make this one look a little more like a pumpkin because I think this is all the yarn I had out of this one. So it's like another little pumpkin koozie. It'll be like this. I don't know, I think that's all I had, so that's why it looks a little smaller. Let me see. Hello. Yeah, it's a little bit snug. It still fits though, so I think I'm going to make this one even into like a pumpkin one. I'm going to add a leaf and a little stem on here. It does look a little bit snugger. I think I had a little bit left from I made a big pumpkin, I think, out of this color, so it was really cool. The color variation was really nice. Thank you so much. I have so many different pumpkins. Like this is a pumpkin. A lot of pumpkins that are made with chunky yarn look really cool because of the different ridges and things, and I really love texture, so And then I have other ones like this pumpkin. I'm gonna change the stem here though. And I have the cinnamon stick as a stem. I have another one somewhere, but I don't think this one can fit. Can make it fit. So things like that. Um, yes, I love making pumpkins. How you doing? Oh, see, this is better. So I have these little pumpkins. But they're, easy to replace if you lose this. Buy some more cinnamon sticks and put them on top there. And thank you for stopping in. Yeah, good to see you. It's just been a lot going on, and just like shows and whatnot have like changed, and people like I don't see when people go on that I follow, and so I've been missing a lot of shows that people have done. So we just kind of feel like we're separated. I guess maybe because more shows are popping up, more people selling. And I don't see too many. I see some crochet shows in the morning. And so it depends. Yeah. It's just a little different now. Hopefully with the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and people buying stuff, there'll be a more influx of people online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's one more. So this is, what is it? The pattern. Some people might recognize it, so that's why I want to make sure to. A Crafty Concepts pattern for the cozy, coffee cozy, koozie. So you can look up the pattern on her website or YouTube. She has a tutorial. And I like the texture of it. This is my favorite part of it. Hello, thank you for stopping in, everyone. Hope your day's going well. I think I can do this right. Just finishing up this koozie. I finished the purple one, so if I don't have it with me in front of me. There was the plum, like a dark purple one. I'm gonna start making some multicolored ones because I have like a green and red stripe a couple of years ago, and I haven't made any more, so I need to work on that. Getting all these little fuzzies. I don't know, with some yarns, if the owners had dogs or cats, they always get some extra little fuzzies on there, so, or hair from the animal. I try my best not to get my dog into that. So yeah, I'll see what other pumpkins I can make. I want to make. Ooh, that was another thing I wanted to. I'm going to make a different type of pattern that I saw that has a lot of cool texture. Let's see if I can pull it up. closed it. Okay, new window. I saved it, and it's like a cool, like, looks like a checkered design. Trying to think of the name. It's like a overlapping. I saved it, and I want to make a new pumpkin with that type of texture. A mosaic argyle pumpkin. I found it on Ravelry, and the pattern is written by Juniper and Oaks. So I think I'm going to work on that next. I'm going to start putting that together. I think I need a... There was a like pumpkin... like a pumpkin contest, and there was a Whatnot crochet... I don't know if it's knitting too. It has to be knitting yarn and group on Facebook. There's a Whatnot group, so they're always talking about different projects. I have to look it up again. So, hello, Curvy Girl. Thanks for stopping in. I saw your message, so I'm going to stop in your show tomorrow. And I really like the items that I got from you, so thank you. Hi, Crafty and Crazy. Thanks for stopping in. Just finishing up this little project. Did I even do as many as I needed? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yes, I did. That's 30. It's done. I'm a little happy because I made something this week. I feel like I always... It's either I have time to make something, or I kind of chicken out and I don't have time to work on some things. I think I get in my head sometimes about what I'm making. So this is the koozie. And a different color. It's like a pinky, but the yarn's older. I think I had this already in and it came out. Okay, well, the yarn is older, so it's a little bit scratchy, but that's fine for a project like this where you put it on a cup. I don't know, some people might not prefer scratchy yarn. I know like people like soft yarn, and cotton yarn is really a better yarn for koozies. So, but whenever I find leftover scraps, I'll use it for something. And this worked. I had enough to work it out for this project. What did I do? It's kind of weird. Okay. Finishing this one. Oh, see, it came out now. See? What's happening? Oh, I crocheted it. That's why. See, if I didn't sew it, then it doesn't sew close properly. So we gotta make sure we sew it. Let me see. So the group I was talking about is the Whatnot Fiber Art Buyers and Sellers. I knew there was something. There's like a pumpkin contest or something. was like, oh, I should have made it earlier, but I didn't have time to. So maybe I can make something this week that I can enter. I'm always trying to find patterns with cool textures. I prefer that. Alrighty. I am working on another project as well here. Let's see. I'll just finish this, sewing this up together. I'm working on more keychains. I know I haven't made many in a while, so I have just one keychain, and I just feel like I need more varieties of items to show. So let's see. I'm gonna finish this here. Let me see what else. Check. Okay. So not too much going on right now. And luckily I have some items going to the post office tomorrow. I gotta finish putting that together. Should go the other way. And then another week comes along. So another week. It's going, and it's closer to the end of the year. That's how it feels. It's so quick now. Life always goes by quickly. The other way. I'm gonna grab this one. Then I'll grab the last one here. Alright, well that's done. And it goes this way. Not used to that, but I like this pattern a lot because it's such a larger pattern. You can take a bigger cup and wait, this is my big cup. Got my big cup. A longer cup here, and it's for hot and cold cups, and so I'll be working on more colors, and so I've got this little bit left. Maybe I can make one of the heart keychains with this color too, so that could be an option. I might not have enough. It could be a double-sided heart with like two different pinks. It could be, because this one's also a little bit. So let's see. This is the other thing I was just working on, the keychains, and the pattern that I found on YouTube. But I'm thinking this yarn is too, like, somebody used this yarn. I don't know if it was like the end of, was it called the end of the, like a mill yarn, like it was like the little ends of it, they kind of just like tied it together. I don't like the knot, the way the knot is sitting there like that. There was another knot there that I couldn't, that I was able to hide. But this one is just sticking out too much. Gotta tie it together. And then I'll tuck in the strand somewhere. But this will be the inside. So, but I have more yarn I can put together. This is called the treble. Oh my goodness, what's it called? I'm losing my thought process here. I lost the word here. This is a different format of crochet, so that's what I was trying to say. Because the process is a little difficult in my mind, so. And it's a little more difficult to hide the threads here. If it's extra hanging there, I might be able to weave it some in between. So it's not working. I mean, it's not too bad. It's following I was watching the pattern today to remember how I did this. Kind of curves a little bit. But I like I've been seeing more of this type of pattern actually, but now it's labeled by another crochet person, but somebody claimed the stitch. I don't know. That's why I don't want to. It's difficult when I'm trying to write a pattern down that I thought I would make, or I had an idea of, but then somebody else might have already had the idea, so a little more difficult. Because you can get inspiration from a pattern. And I did that once, actually. I have a pattern written up that was inspired by another pattern. And it was from, I think it was like a basic, Lion Brand website, I want to say. Or now it's Your Inspiration, but I'm not sure. So it's a snowflake pattern. And I was like, oh, this kind of looks like poinsettia leaves or petals. And maybe you can make a poinsettia instead. So I did that. Like I wrote, kind of like modified it, but I was trying to give the whoever wrote it credit. Whoever wrote the pattern, I always give the credit. Am I in the frame? I just had the video on my phone, so I was watching this YouTube video pattern until I remembered how to do it, because it's a unique pattern, because it's forget what it's called. Let me see. See if I look at my history here. No. This is a pattern. Okay, the crochet lanyard tutorial. So this is Claudette Crochet. So I saved it in my Ravelry because I just tagged the YouTube link. Let me see. Okay, I also said that it's, hold on. I still can't remember the name of the stitch. So it's a cool stitch. I saw another pattern though that has a very similar stitch like that, and it's kind of all over the place now. They have cup koozies and pumpkins with this kind of stitch. I don't want to copy somebody like that, so I feel like I don't want to jump in when everybody's also making the same thing, even though it's so cool. I love a pattern with a good texture. Tunisian crochet. Tunisian. So this is Tunisian. I was like, man, I couldn't figure out the word here. Tunisian crochet. So instead of actually doing one stitch at a time, it's like a combo knit crochet thing. So you have all the stitches on the hook. And then you go back and complete the stitch. You can see it's like 2 at a time, and then this is like 4. But I'm glad there was a video. The person that wrote the pattern does a good job with giving the instruction properly. I think the first time I tried this, it wasn't that great. It's still kind of going off to the side here, just my look a little bit, but it's not too bad. And I think I haven't enough. See if I can find where. There it is. So I have this. This is what it looks like at the end. You can see it's a little bit different. It's a different type of yarn too. This is a little bit thinner, a little softer than this one. And I almost have enough to finish. So it's like a wrist keychain, wristlet, or it kind of stretches a little bit if you use it more often, so don't lose a certain key that you need to keep on a type of hanger. Mm-hmm. 6, 8, 9. Okay. wish I could just keep going because with crochet, like you just go one stitch at a time, and it feels more, I don't know, crochet to me feels more complete because I can say, okay, we got one stitch, then the next stitch, and the next stitch. It feels different. Tunisian crochet is a little bit different because you have all these stitches like hanging on your hook, and for real Tunisian crochet you have a long crochet hook. I think I have one somewhere. It looks like a knitting needle, but it's not. Somewhere in here, I was organizing my extra. I have all these extra knitting needles, and I don't knit. So I was like, I need to let somebody have these. I might sell them in bundles if somebody's interested in some knitting needles. These are all my crochet hooks. Oh wow. Well, that's okay though. Hello, Lizzie. Welcome in. Oh, I'm trying to be better not to say welcome in. Good to see you. Just hanging out and crocheting. I do have some things in, my listings. So if anyone's interested in to look at something too, it's available to look at. Okay. Just to tuck in these things. I don't know how many rows I have left to make. So let's see. Have to check my other appointment Anno. So, I don't remember how many. I think I had 2 already. Okay. So, 1, 2. I'm just working on some crocheting here. I think I did it right. No. I gotta close it and then do it again. 2 more. This other one that I made before. I still get a little bit to go. About an inch or so to go here. I thought this pattern was interesting because it was a little more like treble crochet than the regular crochet pattern. So and I have to remember to increase in every, so to make sure that everything is even, or else it does do that little curly thing that I had an issue with earlier. It makes the project curl to the side. keep forgetting to close that stitch so that it won't fall away. So it's getting better now. I'm learning a little more now. It's just a lot of practice. And then the point of making sure you have enough yarn or a different color, or like if the variation of color. Oh, thank you, Look a Beard. The needle is in the haystack. That's what it's these are secret words to say our child is asleep or is in bed. The hen is in the house. The bean is in the burrito. Oh, I'm talking. So I do have one. This is a Tunisian crochet hook. So you can see this is very much like a knitting needle. I don't know, a lot of people, I don't know if many people know about Tunisian, and it's also a lot longer. There's more that are longer. So it's just a hook and with a longer needle. So you could make a lot longer, like a scarf, and it'll look knitted because of the way the stitches are. And maybe one day I'll make something with Tunisian, but it's like my issue is always it'll curl in, and some people have that issue. It happens. You might have to block it, or I think it's kind of similar. Maybe knitting kind of does too with the curling. If you're making a scarf, I don't know. The tension might be different, but you just use a longer hook. This is a size I, and it's a boy hook, BOYE. But I bought some. I'm looking at them now, or maybe they're crochet hooks. I bought some Tunisian. Oh yeah, there they are. They're hidden in the back shelf there. I bought some online, and they're a little bit longer than this one. And I think I saved this one because it could have been my mom's, so I saved it. My mom was more of a knitter, but I think she had maybe to pick up stitches that have dropped. This can also be a good tool to use. Oh, but so this is Tunisian crochet. That'll make it look like a knitted piece. It's like semi-cheating for the the crocheters that don't want to learn to knit, or I have a hard time using two needles together. But I can hold a project with one hand and then the crochet hook with the other hand. So to me, it still kind of feels like this side is thinner than the other side, but maybe it's just the tension, the spacing. So I'm still always learning how to do these. Maybe I just need to. I think I'm so focused on the center part here that I might do it too tight. Let me try that. Make sure there's more space, you know. Yeah, so there's not much else But I hope everybody's night's doing good. I gotta look at this again, see. So it might be just if it's too tight on one side than the other side. Let me see what the length is now. I'm almost done. I have maybe 2 or 3 rows, and then you sew the bottom together. And I think on this one, I might have done it differently than the pattern said. So I think you could just crochet through it, like the stitches through it, so it'll keep it together. And then I don't know, I have to look at the end pattern again to see what it says. So I have this blue one that's almost done. I might do 2 more rows, and I should be done with, almost done with this piece. Just have to also remember where I kept it might be in here, the metal pieces of this. Oh, there we go. I have an empty one. Thought I might have one of these. It's just all over the place. I try to keep it together. I'm thinking it might be on my desk, my office, aka the room. So sometimes I try to take a break to do some crocheting, but sometimes it works a lot. Not much time. It's a little different now. Okay, I'm gonna. So I feel like I have had a little difficult week. Can't count. 2, 4. And I don't know, I don't feel like I want to do any shows on whatnot. It's been a little bit difficult. See, did I even? I did. I need to go back here. Hold on. To make sure I chain one. Make it the chain a little taller here. So I'm not gonna stay on too long. I think after this I'm good enough with a couple of things I worked on. I really like the stitch, and it does look similar to the new. I don't want to talk about it too much, but everybody is enjoying the new pattern I've seen online. It's all over Pinterest, the Pinterest boards. But I have to see if it's similar or to this. I don't think it's the same. The same concept. I'm gonna check It's about a good amount. And this yarn is older too, just, I don't know if it was from a project that I unraveled. I made something, so it's like it's a little bit wonky, but that's okay. Okay, so I think that's all I plan to do today. Let me see if I can go rate somebody, actually. I'm not sure who's on. Do I want craft supplies? I wanted to look at this other show with, I was selling craft supplies. Let's see. Oh, the square pig is on with yarn. Man, everybody loves the yarn shows here. That one. Possibly is a good idea. Oh.
I used it for making a blanket for my niece. She was born in the winter, so I wanted something.
All the talking.
And it worked out beautifully.
Okay. Ooh. I don't know. Let's see who else. I want to find somebody different. Maybe another artist. Let's see. Handmade. Let's see who's on. So many people on. Boop, boop, boop. It's just fabric, yarn. See, like, there need to be more breakdown of the handmade items. Oh, I wish. I don't think she's on. I'm trying to find somebody to raid quicker, but it's not. Maybe this one. Just a small show. Alright. I'm just trying to find someone to raid. I did a couple projects here. I finished this and keychain. I'm going to be finishing up. I think I need to watch the pattern just in case so I can make sure I do this correctly. This part gets me confused. I think you just crochet through the ring. So I'm gonna try another show tomorrow. I still have a lot of craft supplies that I haven't time, put together to put on shows, so it'll give me motivation to do that. Possibly. It's difficult when I'm not working from home. I feel like I have a little more time to put stuff together when I'm working from home, so. Now I forgot who I wanted to go to. She's still on. That's the question. Usually if you try to go to somebody, then they fall out. Okay. I don't know this seller, but I hope it's a good one. Really. Okay. Just another crocheting person. We'll see what's going on in her room.